The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark.
Glory to you, O Lord.
A leper came to him and kneeling down, begged him and said, "If you wish, you can make me clean." Moved with pity, he stretched out his hand, touched the leper and said, "I do will it, be made clean." The leprosy left him immediately, and he was made clean. Then, warning him sternly, he dismissed him at once. Then he said to him, "See that you tell no one anything, but go show yourself to the priest and offer for your cleansing what Moses prescribed. That will be proof for them." The man went away and began to publicize the whole matter. He spread the report abroad so that it was impossible for Jesus to enter a town openly. He remained outside in deserted places, and people kept coming to him from everywhere. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
My dear brothers and sisters, we thank the Lord for gathering us this evening as we begin our novena in preparation for the feast of the Santo Niño and the fiesta of our chapel. Parang kailan lang nagno-novena rin tayo ng Santo Niño noong isang taon. Ngayon, nagsisimula na naman tayo ng novena. Ang bilis ng panahon. Parang kailan lang sinalubong natin ang New Year. And we are almost half the first month of the year. And so as we begin our novena, we thank the Lord for all the graces that we have received through Jesus. And we also present to the Lord in this novena our prayers and our petitions. My dear brothers and sisters, our first reading this evening is about the battle between the Philistines and the Israelites. And the Israelites were defeated. And because of that, as an afterthought, they remembered God. They thought of bringing the Ark of the Covenant, which is God's presence in their midst, into the battle. Thinking that with the Ark of the Covenant with them in battle, they will win. They thought that the Ark of the Covenant would bring them luck. They treated the Ark of the Covenant like an amulet, like a magic weapon, like a lucky charm. Akala nila kapag dala-dala nila yung Ark of the Covenant, mananalo na sila. Kaya nagsigawan sila. Nung dumating yung Ark of the Covenant, they shouted so loudly that the Philistines were very afraid. But what happened? They suffered a disastrous defeat. Even with the Ark of the Covenant with them, they were defeated. Nung unang laban, only 4,000 men were killed by the Philistines. But with the Ark of the Covenant, 13,000 men were killed by the Philistines. And worse, the Ark of the Covenant was captured by the Philistines. What went wrong? What went wrong? The Israelites were trying to control God. Parang sinasabi nila, kasama ka na namin, kaya dapat panalunin mo na kami. How many times we are like that? We are using God for our own purposes. We are treating God like an amulet, parang anting-anting. Kapag nagsimba ako, dapat swertehin ako. Kapag nagdasal ako, dapat maging maganda ang resulta ng mga ginagawa ko. We are trying to control God, and we are trying to use God. We are asking God to follow us, to do what we want. That was the fault of the Israelites. And God taught them a lesson that they had to learn the difficult way. Even with the Ark of the Covenant, they suffered a disastrous defeat. Siguro parang sinasabi ng Diyos sa kanila, hindi nyo ako kayang kontrolin. Akala nyo, magagamit nyo ako? Hindi. Ako pa rin ang masusunod. And this is the attitude of the leper in our gospel. As a leper, life has defeated him so many times. And so when he encounters Jesus, he shows faith and humility. He knelt before Jesus and he begs Jesus, if you wish, you can make me clean. Kung nanaisin mo, mapagagaling mo ako. Now, that is an act of humility. Hindi lang niya sinabi kay Jesus, pagalingin mo ako. Sabi niya kay Jesus, kung gugustuhin mo, if you wish, you can make me clean. He did not impose on Jesus. He did not try to control Jesus. He was telling Jesus, whatever you want to do with me, Lord, then let it happen. If you wish. Kaya parang sinasabi niya, kung ayaw mo naman akong pagalingin, okay lang. Kung ano yung gusto mo, yun ang mangyari. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, you see the difference between the Israelites and the leper. The Israelites said, our will be done. The leper said, your will be done. The Israelites were trying to control God. The leper abandoned himself and allowed himself to be controlled by God. The Israelites treated God as an afterthought, as a last resort. But the leper looked at Jesus and saw his only hope. Yung mga Israelita, pinangunahan nila ang Diyos. Yung taong may ketong, hinayaan niya na pangunahan siya ng Diyos. And because of the arrogance of the Israelites, they suffered a disastrous defeat. But because of the humility of the leper, he won. He was healed by Jesus. My dear brothers and sisters, let us learn from our readings this evening. Let us not be like the Israelites. Let us be like the leper. Huwag na huwag mong papangunahan ang Diyos. Matatalo ka lang. Hayaan mong ang Diyos ang manguna at magtatagumpay ka. You know, my dear brothers and sisters, I was privileged to preside at a silver wedding anniversary mass. And before the mass, the couple made a request. Sabi nila, Father, before the final blessing, can you give us some time to say some words to our guests? And so I granted the request. Sabi ko, okay, after the final prayer, after communion, you may say a few words. Sabi nila, sige Father, just very short, no, just to thank them. Kaya after the post-communion prayer, they stood and they started to talk and to give their thanksgiving to their guests. But what I thought was just a short message. Parang mas mahaba pa doon sa homily ko, yung sinabi ng mag-asawa. But it was a beautiful sharing. Sabi nila, brothers and sisters, we never thought that we will reach 25 years. Yung first year namin ng marriage was very beautiful. Talagang we were very in love with each other. Yun yung honeymoon period namin. Yung bang magkakatinginan lang kami, kinikilig na kami. But after the first year, things changed. Sabi nila, ang pangako namin sa aming sarili, we would enjoy our first year. And then after the first year, we will try to have a baby. Alam niyo po, ganyan ng mga couples ngayon. Kapag nag-i-interview ako ng mga ikinakasal, isa sa mga tinatanong ko, what are your plans about having children? At sasabihin ng mga couples, maybe, Father, after a year or two, we want just to enjoy ourselves. And then after enjoying, then we will try to be a family. So ganun yung couple. After 1 year daw, they will try to have a baby. Pero hindi nangyayari. And then problems come one after another. The husband lost his job. They engaged in business, pero after some time, the business collapsed. And because of all the stress in their life, hindi sila magkaanak, may problema sila sa finances, pati silang mag-asawa, nag-aaway na. Until they were invited to join a community. And in that community, they heard the speaker tell them, it is not really you couples who make your marriage work. It is God who can make the marriage work. And so do not try to plan your life as a couple. Do not think that you are in full control of your life as a couple and as a family, but surrender everything to God. Narinig nila yun. Narinig nila na sinabi sa kanila, huwag niyong pangunahan ang Diyos. Hayaan niyong ang Diyos ang manguna sa inyo. And when they did that, then blessings come one after another. Yun lang pala ang solusyon. Huwag pangunahan ang Diyos. Huwag isipin na mas magaling ka pa sa Diyos. Hayaang ang Diyos ang manguna. And this is the same lesson that we learn from the Santo Niño, from the God who became a child. In Jesus, the child, we learn humility, we learn obedience, we learn surrender, and we learn submission to the will of the Father. My dear brothers and sisters, let us trust God as Jesus the child trusted in God, his Father. Let us surrender to God, knowing that the will of God is always best. for our life. Hayaan nating pangunahan tayo ng Diyos. And if we do that, then the Lord will surely win victories for us.